everybody, Olivia here in my Christmas themed iced coffee mug. It's my favorite cup. What can I do? Just because it has Christmas stuff on it doesn't mean it's not the perfect shape and size. Welcome to Canva Tip Weekly. I'm going back to basics for this one. I can't believe I haven't really covered graphics yet, as they're such a massive part of Canva. So I'm going to be diving deep into some graphic tips and tricks for you guys. So there's going to be a couple of tips and tricks sprinkled throughout, and I hope to add value to you. So first of all, I'm going to be going over exclusively this graphics tab. There's a lot of stuff in the elements tab in general, which I'll cover in future videos. I think it's organized really weirdly since there's a whole separate tab for photos and videos, what have you, but this is your place to get items. So I'm going to come over here in graphics. You're going to be like, what is this, Olivia? What is this? It's going to automatically show you some mostly recently used stuff or some magic recommendations. These guys right here are grungy stuff because I was showing you grungy things in the transparency video. So that's why they're here. Don't discount things just because they look weird here, right? These look really strange, but when I add them on here, they're actually really cool items. So get curious and really start clicking on things. So we're going to click see all, and now you're going to be led into this tab where there's a lot of graphics you can add. Now, this is going to be overwhelming, especially if you don't have a clear idea of your brand. There's gradients, stickers, which are moving elements, design for a cause, which is actually donate. If you use one of these in a design, they get donated, and kids drew them, so it's really sweet. And then there's lots of collections over here. From my perspective, these are really cool, but you should be using elements that support your brand. It's a good idea to start placing adjectives to your brand, and I have a lot of freebies. Please check out my free download section for more information and all of that. But it's a good idea to understand your brand, right? So my brand is bright and bold. I use a lot of gradient elements, terrazzo pattern, obviously. So let's start there. Let's start with my brand. Let's say I didn't invest lots of dollars into buying terrazzo packs and I just wanted to use Canva. I could come over here and search terrazzo, and there's a ton of Canva stuff over here. So I could scroll for days and find lots of really cool things. Now, graphics are going to fall into one of two categories. Let's do graphic categories to explain this. This is not an official Canva thing. This is an Olivia Canva thing. So graphic categories. Number one is going to be flat. Let's do three. Number one's going to be flat. Number two is going to be color changeable. And then number three is going to be moving. All right, we've got three categories here. Flat graphics are just going to be flat graphics. So this one's going to be a great example. I'm going to click on this. I love it. I can't change the color of it. There's no, if I come up here, there's no color. This is just a flat graphic. It's either too complex, too many colors. It's not, oh, let's make me smaller. It's not quite easy to edit. Now, if it happens to be your color palette, that's great. There's going to be a couple others, maybe this one. Oh no, this one falls into the color changeable category. If a graphic is a vector graphic, which it's going to be an SVG format for those at home, who are designers, then you can change the colors. So this is going to be a color changeable graphic. I'm going to come up here and tinker around and add in my orange and then make the speckles pink. Yay! So if I really liked this rainbow, I could use it in my branding, and it's very easy to change the colors of. Then we have moving graphics, which Canva is going to call stickers or animations. So I'm going to go back and scroll, go back to graphics and scroll down, and you'll see stickers right here. These things are going to be great for reels or stories or a moving Instagram post or anything that's animated. I don't recommend them for websites. You want your website to be kind of fast and speedy, and these are heavier graphic files because they have animation, obviously. But for a story or a reel or social media, they're fantastic. There's all kind of great stuff in here you might not have explored. There's like confetti and cool social media stuff. These items here have been trending for eons. I don't think they've updated this like eons. So we're going to come over here and look at arrow stickers. Look at how fun these are. you are not going to be able to change the color of these. These are not color changeable because they're looping. There are lots of frames in here. No, we ain't got it. So these are the three graphic categories that I think that Canva falls into. Either it's a flat graphic, it's color changeable, or it's moving. Now, I don't want you guys to be mad at the flat graphics. I don't, because there's a lot of value in the flat graphics as well. If we come over here to graphics and then featured and look at maybe a few things that aren't color changeable, like this bad boy, this has a metallic gradient behind it. It would be very challenging to actually change the color of that, but you might already have a metallic coloring in your brand. Metallics in general are not going to be easy to color change because they have so much texture in them. Same thing here. This is actually like a texture clipping mask situation. You're not going to be able to change the color of this, but this might work really well for your brand. So don't discount just because it's a flat graphic. Now, there are tons of color changeable graphics in here. And again, it can get really overwhelming really fast. So I recommend you start with your brand vocabulary and brand descriptions, right? So some things you can search. Let's do some keywords here. If you have like an elegant kind of upscale brand, or you use like a lot of serif fonts and like a lot of neutrals, you could type in neutral, or you could type monoline is a great keyword for you. I'm just going to start typing these things down. Monoline elements are really cool. There's a lot of these kind of really elegant looking items. Like you might like something like that. You might like something like these are really trendy right now. These kind of like Y2K assets and elements. So there's a lot of really great stuff in here. You might have like a more funky fun brand. Doodle is a really big, great word you can use over here. Doodle. If all of these strike your fancy, these work great. Most of these are going to be color changeable, so you're going to be able to come in here and change the color. You might also do something like gradient, or I'm trying to think of all the brands. Gradients, of course, there's a ton of gradients in here. Gradient. And there's more gradients than even outside of just the Canva E ones. You've got all kind of strange stuff going on here. There's a lot of really fun stuff in the gradient land. You might also search like what your theme is. Like maybe you're a skincare brand. So you could do like what your category. So for example, let's do skincare. And let's just type in skincare and see what happens. Skincare. There's tons of stuff. You could use these illustrations in your branding. It depends on like the style of what you want to go for. This little sheet mask. Oh, here's some stickers. There's just a ton of stuff. So really, really get in here and start searching. My next biggest tip, and this is where I'm going to leave us, I just wanted to give you a little taste of the elements if you really haven't thus far, is that you've got some settings on each of these elements. So I'm going to come over here to Magic Recommendations, and let's say you really love this like starbursty square. You'll notice that as I hover over these items, there's a little 3 dots that appear. If you click on the 3 dots, you have a whole menu here of stuff you can do with this. First of all, it's going to show you the artist. People like Sketchify, and then there's another one. They contributed thousands and thousands and thousands of things, so it's not going to help you to view more from them, but I'll show you another one that might work. It's going to show you the keywords. So for example, if you're like, oh, I don't know what this thing is called. Actually, I love starbursts. So I'm going to click on starbursts, and now here's a whole, ooh, I like that melty face guy. Where'd he go? There's a whole kit and caboodle of starbursts, right? You might star it to add it to your starred stuff. You might report it. If you see something that's like obscene, you can report. I've never used that. You can add it to a folder. So you can make a folder of Canva finds and start adding these elements so that you can easily find them. And this is new. You can view collection. So if I click on this and view collection, it's going to show you the set. And now here's a bajoodle of starbursts that you can use. So let's go back. I love that face. Sketchify Russia. Let's go back and try to find somebody that's not like this person, Julia Klintsova. If it's not Sketchify or one of the other big names, then most likely you're going to click on them and find a really well curated, like this person has tons, like this is all my jam. I'm loving a lot of what I'm seeing here. Because I like pink and orange together. It's a fun, looks like this person does a lot of like, ooh, I like that one too. Ooh, I like that one too. Ooh, these are really cool. So you can explore things that work well for your brand this way. So really use those settings, really engage with this, see more like this. Now, if you're not seeing the view collection, it just might not be a part of a collection. So you can also use the see more like this, and then it's going to give you more magic recommendations. So let's do that one more time. Let's go back to elements and then come over here to graphics. Let's look into let's use a keyword actually. Keyword is going to be, maybe sticker shape, because those are kind of big. Yeah, all of these little sticker shapes are like really big in right now. Maybe you love this little gear guy. You're going to click on its 3 dots. Boop, boop, boop. Sparkle Stroke. That's it. It's Sketchify and Sparkle Stroke are 2 giant Canva names. They've contributed like thousands of things. But it's going to give you an idea of modern shapes, sticker pop, sticker shapes, bordered shapes, great keywords that you can start to find elements to build your brand. So in this case, I'm going to click on sticker pop and let's see what happens. I'm not enthused by this. Looks like there's just like a bunch of sticker items. But yeah, so take some time and really start to build a folder of items that work for your brand. The more you collect things and the more you invest that time into curating pieces for your brand, the faster it's going to be for you to make things for social media. So also you can engage with an element on the board by clicking on the information dot up here. So I love this guy. I'm going to add it to a folder, and because you guys know me, I'm your Virgo person. If you come down, my team knows there's a Let's Go brand, and I have a folder called Canva Finds. So anything I like from Canva, I add it right there because I know that I will forget about this. So that way I can come over here to Canva Finds, and here's a lot of the stuff. Actually, some of these I'm totally over. You can remove from folder. Yeah. So there's all kind of stuff. Now you're going to notice here too that this little springy guy, because he's a black graphic, he's like fading a little bit on this dark gray. He's still great. I really like him. All right. That's been a little sneak peek about elements in Canva. Not a sneak peek, back to basics about elements in Canva. It is underused with some people and overused with some people, but take some time to really craft and curate, and I promise it's going to strengthen your brand. All right. Thanks.